I'm a YouTuber that's gotten 20 billion organic views.
Grinding becomes a lot more fun when you aren't just necessarily grinding alone, but you're grinding with people that also want to do that same thing.
If you're struggling right now, just know that you're going to keep struggling. That's just part of the game.
Just because it's not where you want it to be right now doesn't mean it's not going to be, but you got to keep your head straight. Focus on getting as good as you possibly can. Focus on it consistently improving, one, and then two, not giving up.
Fly Talk
Fly Talk.
with Nathan and Andrew.
Yes.
We're on the flight back from Mexico right now, and I literally randomly asked Andrew, I was like, yo, let's hit a podcast real quick. Pop up the camera and let's
just talk.
All right, so for those of y'all that don't know who Andrew is, he's built the Shark YouTube channel to 5 million subscribers?
Yeah, about 5 million subscribers.
5 million subscribers. But what's interesting is behind the scenes, you've been running a media agency, a company that builds YouTube channels for businesses, and it makes more money than your YouTube channel.
That's correct. Yes.
Give me a rundown on what this company is and how did you start it?
When I was building my YouTube channel itself, the biggest inconsistency that I had to struggle with was building out a really big team because of ad revenue. One month you do phenomenal, the other month it's 30% down, and it's volatility, very volatile. I also understood the leverage that came with having a YouTube channel in terms of brand and people wanting to buy things from you. And I was like, okay, what if instead of just doing this for myself, we built it for businesses that sell expensive things, right? Or even any business for that matter, that sell things. I mean, you see companies all the time that have their own TikTok pages or their own Instagram pages, but far and few are focusing on YouTube. And I think YouTube was the best platform to not only build an organic audience, but to build something that's going to be long-term. So when I actually first started my company, I couldn't find anybody that was doing it. So I actually worked for free for about 7 months. I came out of pocket like 20 or 30 grand, covering expenses and doing it for free for one client. And now that same client I'm talking to, we've been working with them for 2 years. They make, give or take, probably about $45,000 a month from YouTube content, like ad revenue, leads, additional sales. And we just charge a flat retainer every month.
That's crazy. Because one of the things I talk about with like Blueprint, and I talk about this all the time, starting a YouTube channel is so valuable because it teaches you so many skill sets at once. And even if you don't become a famous YouTuber with millions and millions of subscribers, you get these skills to transfer them to another industry, another business. So you took your skills of being a YouTuber and transferred them into a media agency that's now making more money than your YouTube channel.
Yeah. I mean, it's what we do full time now.
And a lot of people don't even know about this media agency.
No.
Like you keep it kind of hidden. It's very low key. He doesn't talk about it on his YouTube channel. I just think that's cool. That's killer.
Thank you.
That's killer.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? It's one of those things that it was a challenge. I wanted to start an agency, a service business of some sort. But right when you look into this, you typically run to advertising agencies and whatnot. But quite frankly, when I wanted to get started with that, there's millions of people already offering that service. Why would I start something when there's hundreds of thousands of people who are significantly better than I am at doing that? Whereas I can lean into the skill set that I did know, which was content. And I think the most valuable thing about this is being online, having a personal brand, or even having a brand for a business is the biggest leverage play you can have. Your customers are already out there. The problem is you aren't in front of them. So when they're shopping or they're looking for you, if you're not displayed when they're looking for your said product, how are they ever going to find you outside of driving past your store or something, right? So if you don't have a brand, you're missing out on so much.
I mean, every business is very different, right? You have some businesses that are B2C, business to consumer. You have some businesses that are business to business, B2B. But at the end of the day, every business needs some sort of brand to get business.
Absolutely.
Period. So learning media, learning how to get people's attention is seriously one of the most valuable things in the world. Look at every single business in the world. They all need attention. You know, I have my Apple iPhone here. Apple needs attention to sell more phones. I have this protein bar. They need attention from customers, from stores, from places to be able to sell more bars. Even this plane that we're on right now, there was some sort of attention for us to charter this plane, rent it out, and take it.
Yeah,
You know,
it's true.
that's what it comes down to. But
I remember when I was first starting the company, I FaceTimed you. I was asking you about it.
I remember this.
I FaceTimed Nathan to ask him if he thought this was a good idea. He threw a lot of good curveballs at me that I should consider. And granted, like now I'm grateful I started it because it's one of those things that I love content. I love building brands, but I didn't want to be reliant on just my face, right? And so I'm happy for that. I mean, over the years, obviously, I know you've built a lot of channels. You've generated billions and millions of views. And obviously you can see all the success stories and all the great things that come with it. But what is something that you may not have necessarily spoken about that was considered a failure or a loss to you, but you learned so much out of? Because, you've gone through so much, bro.
I would say one of the biggest failures, the biggest things that I've learned is stick to what you're good at. Once you figure out something that you're good at, just stick to it and stop trying to look for other routes, other things. Just stick to it, stay with it for years, a decade even or more, and it will pay off if you put in the work. I made a lot of mistakes after I built my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I built my YouTube channel to be super successful, and then for some reason I started looking down other avenues. So I don't know if you know
Like
this.
what avenues?
So like I bought an RV park.
I remember this.
So like I bought an RV park. I tried to start an Airbnb business. I tried to do just these different things. I thought to myself, oh, if I'm successful on YouTube, I could definitely be successful with an RV park because, success is success at the end of the day. But that's just not true at all. I had no idea what we were doing. It was an absolute disaster. We ended up selling it, getting rid of it, and I ended up just going back to doing what I was good at and doing more of it. And my income has doubled ever since then.
Yeah.
So just stick to what you're good at. Like once you find something you're good. Now, sure, there's some times where you might want to question the market, like how long will this market last, right? But a lot of the times, like markets last longer than we're going to be alive. Like if you think about it, we make education and we also make entertainment. Right now, you are watching a piece of content that is educational and it's a little bit of entertainment. Education, entertainment are always going to be needed in this world.
Absolutely.
Same thing with cars. People are always going to drive cars, right? So if you're in the car industry, you're always going to have a job. Sure, cars might evolve, they might change, they might go electric, they might go hydrogen, whatever it is, but people are always going to need
They're
transportation.
gonna have to drive.
Same thing with doctors, medicine, food, steel, wood, oil, like all these things, So there is certain things that you can put a lot of time and effort into. Because that was always a big concern of mine is I was like, what if YouTube goes away?
Yeah.
What if YouTube disappears? Now, YouTube is also owned by Google, so it's a massive platform, and it's one of Google's most profitable products. So I don't see a world where Google would get rid of YouTube, but you never know, right? I can't control YouTube. So that was one of my big concerns, and that's why I think I started doing these other
things. Yeah.
I started, I also built a car storage complex.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
that
that was millions and millions of dollars that could have been,
allocated.
in the stock market or doing something more valuable.
But again, though, like you live and you learn.
You live and you learn, and we got out of a bunch of these situations, and some of them turned out to be good, some of them turned out to be bad, and we lost a lot of money. But at the end of the day, that's the biggest lesson I learned is like once you get really good at something, just keep doing it, even if you're already so good at it, because there's so many ways where you can vertically integrate different things, like exactly what you did.
Yeah.
You're a perfect example. You started a YouTube channel, you got really good at YouTube. How long have you been doing YouTube?
15 years.
So you've been doing you've been doing YouTube for 15 years, and then you took that same skill and you helped businesses build YouTube channels, and now your media business is making more money than your YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You're a living example of sticking to what you're good at.
Yeah. I think you told me this a long time ago, and I think it's always kind of pondered in my head. It was like, what else am I going to do? I'm not a rapper, so I'm not going to go make music, right? Like hone into your skill sets. And so I like that. Now, there's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of noise for people that are just starting. And you hear this question all the time, what's the best way to start this or best way to do that? But I think a lot of the problem is all the noise. You open Instagram and you see all these different things that people are talking about, but realistically, 15-year-old Nathan or 15-year-old Andrew, like why did you just stick to making content? Like you were not distracted on all the other things that were going on. What was the addiction behind the content that made you stick to that versus being distracted like a lot of people are nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, I think when I started YouTube, I didn't really have distractions, right? I didn't really have an Instagram account. I didn't really have like a bunch of people in my face being like, yo man, if you do this, you can make 10K a month or whatever it is. I didn't really have any of that. I was very passionate with YouTube. It was a huge, like, I don't know, it was cool.
It was cool.
It was really cool to make a piece of content like what we're doing right now and share it with the entire world. Like, that is just the coolest feeling. And with YouTube, you also get a lot of feedback.
Yes.
Right? So you post a video, it doesn't do well. That's feedback, right? So then you think, what can I improve? What can I do better? It was easy for me to stay focused because like it was the only thing I had in my life.
Yeah.
Right? It was just, I went to school and I made YouTube videos. That's it, bro. And that's really all I wanted to do. And then once I got like 3 years into making YouTube videos, I think 3 years in, I posted around 500 videos to my channel. And at that point I was like, well, I'm not going to quit now. I've already posted 500 videos. And on my 3rd year of YouTube, I got my first video to hit 1 million views. Yeah. So that was very eye-opening to me. That made me feel like, yo, there's something here. I could do this. There's something here. Because I got my first video to 1 million views. And I don't know, it was just, I would feel dumb if I stopped and got distracted and did something else. Because I had a lot of momentum behind me.
For sure.
You know?
I mean, like, I remember starting and I was just infatuated with seeing myself on the TV is what it was, right? And so like I would like back in the day, like VHS cameras, I'd record and then like plug the HDMI or VHS into my TV and watch myself. And so I think for those that are starting, irregardless of what it is that you're looking to do, honing down on the thing that you're genuinely enjoy doing, like something where you don't finish doing it and you just hated it, right? It doesn't feel like a chore. You had fun doing it. And if you just focus on getting as good as you possibly can, focus on consistently improving, 1, and then 2, not giving up. Because the 2 challenges in anything you ever do is starting and then sticking to it. It goes with anything you ever do. And so at some point, it's just like it's a marathon, not a sprint. And so there's going to be people that start the same time that you do, but they're going to give up and they're going to stop. And I've always lived under the impression that if you just don't stop, at some point, something's going to give.
When I was growing my YouTube channel from 0 to 1 million subscribers, one of the biggest problems I had was creativity. Being a content creator is all about being creative, but sometimes it's hard and ideas are messy, unorganized, all over the place. So that's why I developed Blueprint. Think of your Blueprint as your brain as a content creator. This is a place where you can store and organize all of your video ideas, your content calendar, your release dates, your filming dates, your video scripts, your thumbnails, all connected in one place. Me and my team built this as a tool that we could use for our YouTube channels, but now it's time to share it with the world. And the best part about it is that it's 100% free. You can make an account today, right now, using this link right here, or check the link in the top of the description. I promise you'll love it.
Throughout our YouTube career, because me and Andrew actually built our YouTube channels like at the same time. And we watched so many of our friends give up and stop, and they could have made it so much further. It's like when you're mining in the tunnel and you've been mining for hours and hours and hours, and you decide to turn around, but in reality, the diamonds were
right there,
only 5 feet away. You know, you just have to keep going. And a lot of the times as humans, I think we're very bad at predicting future, but we're also just bad at knowing how hard something is going to be.
For sure.
Like a lot of the time you start something new and you're super motivated and you're super excited and you go into it with a lot of energy, and then next thing you know, you realize how difficult it is, and that kills the energy. But how many people are going to keep going when it's difficult? And on top of that, when you keep going when it's difficult, imagine how good it's going to be when it's easy and things are flowing nice. Right? Because being a YouTuber, a business owner, an entrepreneur, whatever you want to call us, it's a roller coaster, right? It's ups and downs. There's months where I feel like I'm on top of the world. Revenue is climbing like crazy. The team is super happy. You know, we're making awesome content. We're signing a bunch of deals.
Yeah.
And then next month it's like, bro.
Yeah.
What am I going to have to sell a car?
Yeah.
Am I going to have to like, you know? So, and even after being 12 years, I've been doing YouTube for 12 years. You've been doing YouTube for, you said 15?
Yeah, 2009.
And it's still like that. It's up and down every single month. Once you get to the top, like, I wouldn't consider us at the top, but like once you get up to, you know, having 1 million, 10 million subscribers, whatever it is, it doesn't get easier.
No.
You're just going to face a different set of problems. Same with business as well. Like a lot of people will say, if you've ever talked to someone that scaled up to like $100 million in revenue, they'll be like, scaling from 0 to $1 million in revenue is extremely difficult. You have to wear like 15 different hats. But then scaling from $1 million to $10 million in revenue is still very difficult, but there's just different problems.
Yes, different problems.
And then I was talking to this one guy that scaled from 10 million to 100 million, and he was like, that was actually the hardest.
Interesting.
Going from 10 million to 100 million was even more difficult than going from 0 to 1 million. But a lot of people think like once you know, get $1 million,
it's easy to just multiply.
yeah, it's just easy, but it doesn't get easier. So if you're struggling now, if you're struggling right now, just know that you're going to keep struggling. That's just part of the game. It's part of the journey.
The objective you should be facing is how well do you tackle those challenges, right? How effectively and how much do they hold you back versus how much do you just push through them? Because if a challenge halts you and stops you, those problems only get bigger as time goes on. And this kind of leads into the next question I want to ask you as well, Nathan, is like, I remember back at the first, even the second original Vloghouse before the island. And I remember before James and Gabe, right? Before that era. And you had a switch. We were in California for a Minecraft convention. You said, hey, I'm going to start this vlogging channel. I see the future. I see this. I see all that. And obviously you were right. You scaled very quickly in terms of the responsibility on your shoulders and everything that had happened.
Yeah.
Truthfully, how did you manage that type of stress? How did you navigate that and have the conviction behind you to know that the decision you were making was the right one?
I mean, it wasn't really stress. It was excitement. What he's talking about is my main Unspeakable channel, which today is my biggest channel, 18 million subscribers. I was able to grow that channel from 0 to 5 million subscribers in, I think, a year and a half, which is crazy. But I had a lot of momentum behind me. I had other channels that already had 7, 8 million subscribers. So I had a lot of momentum. The reason I knew it would work is because I already had almost 8 million subscribers on a gaming channel.
Yeah.
So I had 8 million people that followed me, loved my content, watched my videos, and these videos were getting millions of views. And I thought to myself, if I can bring the same type of energy and experience into real life, that could be massive.
Yeah.
And it could be way bigger than Minecraft, because I had a big Minecraft channel, but I only played Minecraft, which means people that watch my videos have to love Minecraft, right? If someone likes Call of Duty or Roblox or Fortnite, but they don't like Minecraft, they might not watch my videos.
Exactly.
So it was actually limiting my growth.
Yeah, you had it was like a view ceiling for whoever was watching Minecraft.
So yeah, when my big channel, the Unspeakable Gaming channel, when that channel, its peak was around almost 300 million monthly views.
Crazy.
300 million views every single month.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was the second biggest Minecraft YouTuber in the world.
Yeah.
So I kind of thought to myself, like, I've hit the ceiling.
Yeah.
I can only go up one more slot. And the guy in front of me was only like 10 million views ahead of me. So I was like, I'm not very far. And of course, I could keep pushing. I could keep going further. But I was like, I want to start a real life channel where I can bring all of these experiences into real life. And then anyone can watch my videos. It could be parents. It could be any type of kid. It could be people from different countries that don't even know who I am.
You broaden the horizon to a larger market of people to watch you versus those that, quite frankly, sure, Minecraft's a big game, but it's not the all end all of viewership.
I just felt it in my gut. I was like, this is the next thing I have to do. I was like, I built this Minecraft channel. It's one of the biggest channels in the world. And now I got to focus on this. This is the next stepping stone. And I saw a lot of opportunity, a lot of growth in that new channel. And I was right. Today, it's our biggest channel. It has 18 million subscribers.
Yeah.
It has over 10 billion views. We get anywhere from 50 to 100 million views every single month.
Yeah.
And we're able to, dude, our videos, I mean, for those of you watching this that haven't seen our videos, the videos are insane.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we've hunted tornadoes, we built Lego houses, the best way to describe it is like the channel is just full of all my childhood dreams.
Yeah.
And they're all just becoming reality.
It's real life creative mode.
Yeah.
Just like really diving into that dream. I remember years ago, I won't mention the name, but there was a group that we were a part of when we were around probably 10 or 20,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of, there was probably maybe 50 other creators in there. And I feel like that community really helped not only networking, but learning a lot about how YouTube as a platform worked back in the day. Now with Blueprint, did that experience from beforehand of the growth, the networking, the knowledge, because I don't know about you, man, but I walked away leaving that group years ago feeling like I knew 200% more than I did when I first joined. Is that your objective, but 10 times with Blueprint?
With Blueprint, yes.
Incredible.
100%. Yeah, because the way I see Blueprint is it's so valuable to everyone. And right now we have Blueprint University. So it's just a program, and it's everything I know about YouTube. It's 12 years of my experience shoved into this program. But that's just the beginning, because there's so many valuable things that you can take out of this program, and you can apply it to businesses, marketing companies, ad agencies. I'm a YouTuber that's gotten 20 billion organic views. I've never paid for anyone to watch my videos. These are all organic views. So if you can take these lessons and apply them to a business, a marketing agency, or another YouTube channel, the world is yours. All you have to do is put in the work and go get it.
Learning the skill set of content is so versatile, because even for example, yourself, you could easily get up tomorrow and start a business just exactly like what I did, because of what you know about the platform, because you've never had to spend money to get people to consume your content. It's all been, you understand how to create. And so when everybody watching at home, learn the skill set of making content and just refine that skill set as time goes on, it's a skill that you'll use indefinitely. It's applied in almost every single field across the world. So I think it's very valuable.
Yeah, I'm very, very confident that if YouTube was to disappear, or no, not YouTube, but if my YouTube channel,
if the lights went off one month,
something happened, I am so confident that I could take my skills and go build a business like what you were doing, scale it up to 100, 200K a month in revenue in probably a year. I can only do that because of my skill set and because of my proof and my validation.
Yeah.
If I go to a business owner, let's say I have a business owner that has a coffee shop.
Yeah.
Right? They have a coffee shop. They're trying to grow. They're trying to get attention. They're trying to grow their TikTok page or their Instagram account. And I come to them and I'm like, hey, man, I want to help you grow your coffee page. I'm going to help film your videos. I'm going to help hire talent. I'm going to help edit your videos. I'm going to make thumbnails for your videos. And I'm going to do all your SEO. I'm going to do your brand. I'm going to do everything for you. And I want you to know that I've built 2 channels to over 10 million subscribers. I've posted 5,000 videos. I've gotten 20 billion views. I've averaged 100 million views across 4 different channels for 5 years straight.
Yeah.
What do you think that coffee shop owner is going to say? He's going to be like, bro, sign me up.
Yeah.
Sign me up. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to validate who I am, right?
Yeah.
You're validating it. It's kind of like Conor McGregor with the UFC. He has a lot of wins under his belt. That's a validation. That's proof. That's proof that he can get into the ring and dominate no matter what his opponent is.
Yeah.
So,
bro, that's part of the reason why I started the media business in the first place is, obviously I had my Minecraft channel. At our peak, we were doing, give or take, about 65 million long form views a month, which was great for a gaming page. But this is something I've never really said publicly. We had a couple instances happen where we were thrown into a YouTube Kids platform. And it was a slow decline where, again, what I mentioned with the advertising revenue, we went from doing, $200,000 in ad revenue a month to 185 to 150 to 125. And I started realizing okay, well, I'm getting all these views. I'm investing more into content, but our revenue's declining. And so I was like, okay, I need to think of something here. So I started the agency, and in my first 4 months of the agency, we got to $20,000 a month, which, for a solopreneur essentially starting this business, not even sure if it was actually going to work. That's the main reason why I wanted to start mine. I was like, I have to build something. Obviously, I'm grateful that I built the YouTube channel, and I was at a point where I was able to maintain my team, spend all of our payroll to keep the lights on for almost 2.5 years straight without being profitable on that YouTube channel, and still be able to maintain everything. Just a hopeless romantic to see if it's still possible to fix that. Now, granted, to this very day, quite frankly, I'm waiting for GTA 6. That's the big revival. That's where it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm being for real right now. If y'all are watching this video and you want to freaking blow up in 2025, 2026, and you have an interest in making a gaming YouTube channel, get on GTA 6. GTA 5 has been around for 10 years, and there is still channels on YouTube pulling 50 million monthly views on GTA 5. And this game has been around for 10 years. GTA 6 is going to be one of the biggest games of the decade. I personally will be hopping on it like crazy. You're hopping on it like crazy. He already told me he's like going to quarantine himself from his whole family and friends for like 3 weeks and just try to pump out, probably 400 videos in 3 weeks. Just, dude.
Yeah.
GTA 6, if you're looking to start a gaming channel, is easily the biggest opportunity in the gaming space coming up.
Absolutely. And the nice part is it's going to be a fair vantage play for everybody because the game comes out for everybody at the same time.
But for real, if you want to start that, don't wait for GTA 6 to launch. Start making GTA 5 videos right now.
Yeah, do it.
Right now. Especially if you're new into the YouTube space, because you gotta start getting good at making thumbnails, intros,
Commentating in the videos. Yep.
personality, and that stuff just takes time. And if you start it now, by the time GTA 6 launches, you're going to be an incredible YouTuber.
Yep.
And your channel is going to freaking take off like a rocket.
Yep. That was awesome, man. I think that's really good.
That's easily one of the biggest opportunities on YouTube coming up.
Absolutely.
1000%. Yeah. That is going to blow up some channels for years.
Absolutely. No, I think you nailed that right on the head, and it's important, especially for everybody watching at home. It's one of those things that don't look at all the fancy and nice things and assume that this is just came overnight. It's never been like that. It's one of those where join a community of people that are like-minded and share the same vision as you. Critique each other. That's exactly how you, me, and George all started together. Was sitting on TeamSpeak and Skype and critiquing each other's videos. And so start making some friends that do the same thing that you want to do. And I promise you this, grinding becomes a lot more fun when you aren't just necessarily grinding alone, but you're grinding with people that also want to do that same thing.
100%.
In my hometown, I didn't have anybody else that wanted to be Minecraft YouTubers. So guess what? It felt lonely, but I made great friends that across the world.
In another country.
Yeah. That wanted to do exactly that.
Yeah, because you live in Canada.
Yep.
He lives in Canada. George lived in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And I lived in Texas. And we all connected online. And
Yeah.
now you fly down to Texas all the time. George lives in Texas now, so me and George are very close. But it all started through YouTube. We were trying to look for people that were like-minded. We met at a convention in Galveston, Texas, called, was it the
Gamescon, yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
That night we...
The backseat of your Mustang.
Backseat of my Mustang. We went to IHOP.
Oh my God, I forgot.
Got some pancakes at like midnight.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we had a great time, and that's what started all of it. And that was back when I was in school.
Yeah, you were in, I was in high school as well too back then.
We were both in high school.
Yeah.
And then now we're here. Yeah, that's wild.
I think this is awesome, bro. This is really cool. For everybody at home, just know that just because it's not where you want it to be right now, doesn't mean it's not going to be. But you got to keep your head straight, one foot in front of the other, and make some friends that care about the same thing you do. Hey, that will help a lot.
100%.
100%.
If y'all have any questions, let us know in the comment section below, because we might make a part 2, baby.
Yeah.
We just gotta keep booking planes.
I know, seriously.
The pod plane. We'll call this the PP.
Yeah, the PP plane. Thanks for watching.